Welcome back, friends, fellow gearheads and gearheadettes. If this is your first time watching the channel, check it out. If you like it, please like and subscribe. It's Memorial Day weekend, to give honor for the sacrifice that has been made for our freedoms, the ultimate sacrifice. And it's a good time to actually remember to check in on the families and friends of those that have had, sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, moms and dads that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. It's the families that feel the pain the most. So if you know someone, just check in on them, see how they're doing. With that being said, I've got some shop cards shout outs and a lot of insanity going on here on the bench. But first of all, everybody knows this guy, and if you don't, get over there, check it out. This is Terry over at Hobby Barn. He's one of the first guys I ever subscribed to also when I first got on YouTube. Very, very awesome dude. And he's been hosting kind of like a community get-together on YouTube. It's pretty cool. It's funny, and I've learned a few things about different techniques and stuff. So when you see it, I believe it's on Tuesdays or Wednesdays that I've seen it anyways, and I've jumped on and made some comments and all that, but check it out, and go check out his channel. He's an awesome guy. Next one I have here is Ron Stewart, Grandpa's Toy Room. Very cool channel, very informative, a lot of history, but he's also a super awesome builder, and he's got real good taste in cars, as you can see. Very cool guy. I've talked to this cat a few times, and he's just straight up down to earth and awesome. So if you haven't been on his channel, go check it out. Give him a like, subscribe. And I also got, oh geez, I don't know what I'm doing. Tim Nolan, wicked builder. And check out that vet. God, I can't quit staring at this thing. It is so freaking cool. Always wanted to build something like that, and maybe someday, hopefully, maybe by the end of this year, I'll be jumping in on a little gasser like that too. But I got some other irons in the works, the fires and all that stuff. But man, I really want to build something like that. Very cool channel, very killer builder, very informative. Go check him out. And then if you want one of my shop cards, I'll leave my email in the description. Plus I've got it on my own channel, under the information and all that stuff. But that's my shop card, and if you want one, just ask. Okay, the insanity. So I'm chopping the top on a 37 Ford pickup truck, which isn't exactly square. It's not exactly easy to do, and man, it's been a pain in the butt. Essentially what I've done is I've chopped out about that much, and I did not chop it out perfectly square or straight, so it's been kind of a battle. So what I've done, as you can see, and my pointer today is going to be this Tamiya Scriber. Get you one. These are really, really nice. Cut it here, and then here. The other thing I did is I channeled this up higher, and then you can't see right now, but I cut the back window down and around, so that way I could have a big back window, or not one that's just a little tiny slit, because I took a lot out of this, actually, a lot more than I kind of was planning on. And I think that's just the way it works when you chop a top. So when I did that, I've had to take it to where it's going to be filled in the center there. And I decided to do it this way for a few reasons, I guess. It's a lot easier to sand on the inside. Oh, that's not my pointer, that's my pencil. Today's pointer is brought to you by this scriber. Get you one. They're really nice. Is it allowed me to be able to sand, get everything nice on the inside. And then you have, let me zoom in a little. You have the detail of the window right along here that goes around. And it's a lot easier when it's all cut apart to at least get most of it done. So when it is all glued together, it's not such a pain in the butt. I was thinking about opening these doors, but after all this, I'm not so sure. The other things that I've done is I added this little strip of styrene all the way around on the inside because the firewall fits like crap. And it just wants to fight me tooth and nail. And I need it in there to do a lot of the mock-ups and stuff. So this was my solution to be able to hold it in place exactly where it's supposed to be. And see, it's still fighting me because this ain't a perfect kit by any means. So I've kind of got the frame height. I got the frame height here and all that. Still debating on removing this part. Oh, no, fine. You just be that way. Removing this part here all the way up to there, and then just making it flat and having my hump so I can have the motor set back a little bit because that just looks cool to me. So I'm thinking about that, and that's probably what I'm going to do next after I get this all glued together, which I'll glue the back on first, and then I'll figure the front there. And how I had to do it too when I did that is I measured it the first time, and it was definitely too short. It was sitting back like that on the posts, and so I measured the distance from the post to the front of where it should be, and it still didn't get me where I needed to be. So what I kept doing is I'd get it mocked up, taped up and all that, and measure the gap, and kept adding. I had to add a couple of these little 10,000s strip styrene, and just glued it in, and then just reshaped it and messed with it and messed with it. And that's how I finally got it to where I think it's going to be an exact fit now, which will be really cool. Get that done, get it out of the way. Next is this frame thing that I've been working on. So the orange part here is out of a old Monogram 37 Ford sedan. Back halved it, and that's the back half. I kind of came up with that for what I got. Thought I'd do some more little hole things and all that, and made a transmission mount and a little cross members and all that jazz, and got it squared up and straight because it was twisted pretty good, and I had to get that right. And also, you know, when you're working with this liquid cement and doing things like that, you really do got to keep it into a jig and let it dry for a little while. Let it weld together and set up, and then let it dry for a little while, because it will melt and twist. It's almost just like real welding. When you get stuff too hot, it'll start warping panels and stuff, and I'm not exactly the most patient person in the world. I want to just keep rolling. So I let it get twisted, and I had to fix that. Where I'm going with it, I think next, because I'm really excited to do this, is I got this little small block Chevy from VCG Resins, from Josh Reese there. And I'm going to build that up, at least the short block and the heads and all that, and figure out how I'm going to top it off. Thinking maybe fuel injection, like a Hillborn, or supercharger, or high-rise 2.4s. Somewhere along that line. We'll see what looks cooler. And I think that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my channel, for the shout outs, and for just the whole community. You guys are all awesome. And again, if you're new to this and you dig it, please give me a like and subscribe. And with that being said, be kind to each other and model on.